premiere of About the Artiste. I'm ready.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we live in an age more comfortable with countable quantities than with insights and judgments that lie beyond proof. Accordingly, I present myself as an amateur who has sung 15 Mozart requiems, 27 Carmina Buranas, 53 Beethoven's Ninths, and 147 complete Messiahs. I did not achieve this single-handed, but with the Toronto Mendelssohn Choir, for whom I have sung these many moons, 426 moons to be precise. Besides choir and orchestra, many of our concerts need 4 soloists, professional singers of the first rank. Hundreds of times have I shared the stage with hundreds of great singers, a privilege not without frustration, for I only ever see the soloists from behind. This is not their best aspect. Think of the baby elephant's view in a circus parade. Nor do I hear them to advantage. So, because I'm behind them, and there's an annoying sense of being left out while something important is going on. Now, I would like to know better these paragons, these stars of the choral firmament, and I look to the program for illumination. Each soloist typically gets 2 or 3 square inches of photo, plus a page of blurb. I, a mere choral asteroid, am lucky to get 2 or 3 pixels in that short smear, which is the back row of the Mendelssohn Choir. The photos are misleading, I'm told. You know that rustle in the front rows? When the soloists first walk on, that's people checking their program, thinking, I expected someone much younger. The bios favor interminable lists of oratorios and operas, orchestras and conductors, concert venues around the world. Nothing about where the soloists grew up, how many children they have, whether they like cats. Heaven forbid that any intimations of personality might slip through. The kind of thing I'd like to see is, well, I sat down for an hour to try something. Listen. Barry Clegg. Enthusiastic audiences in Europe and North America have remained ignorant of bass baritone Barry Clegg since 1964, when he burst into oblivion after completing his studies. Born uneducated in Britain, Barry came early to music. Innumerable painful hours on his knees as a church choir boy did not inhibit his experiments with the piano, the violin, and the descant recorder. At 15, he made the important discovery that with the same effort, he could make even more noise on an organ. And in that same year of awakening, the seductive curves of the French horn lured him into the world of orchestral music. Heading at first for an uncertain career, Barry switched to engineering school and is even now a paid-up professional engineer. One of his proudest moments as a student was playing the crucial B-flat baritone part in Schoenberg's Theme and Variations, Opus 43A. Although Barry never did take the solo role in the Serenade for tenor, horn and strings, he sang with tutti bassi in Britain's Cantata Academica and played sixth horn in the War Requiem under the direction of the composer himself. For many years an accomplished organist and horn player, he could find few listeners who shared this opinion. Barry eventually turned his attention to singing, a decision for which countless concert-goers should be grateful. His many unfocused interests have not allowed Barry to sing Christus in the St. Matthew Passion, Raimondo in Donizetti's Lucia di Lammermoor, or the pivotal bass solo at the world premiere of Sir Michael Tippett's The Mask of Time, Boston, 1984. Nonetheless, he does find time for the lecture recital circuit, where his enlightening presentation, Lowering the Tone, has done much to restore respect to the beer bottle. Barry reads fluently in 5 languages without comprehension. He is content not to understand what he is singing. It makes it less embarrassing, he says. Barry has performed in many of the world's great concert spaces: King's College Chapel, the Kennedy Center, Carnegie Hall, a large striped tent in Quebec, Place des Arts, National Arts Center, various European cathedrals, Dunville High School Gymnasium, and of course Roy Thompson Hall. Music critics of many national and international newspapers have never said an unkind word about Barry's instrumental or vocal performances. During his years with the Mendelssohn, he has performed most of the classic choral repertoire. On one occasion, he sang a brief, unexpected solo in Walton's Belshazzar's Feast under the baton of Elmer Eisler. At the bar afterwards, he attributed this moment of vox fortis prematura. What might that mean, Terence? Vox fortis prematura.
Thank you very much. Any mention's better than no mention. It means early spring music. Whatever you like.
Early loud voice. I remember it all too well. He attributed this moment to sheer exuberance. Barry's astonishing musical aptitude has enabled him to memorize all the words and notes of Handel's Messiah. However, he admits not always being able to bring them back in the right order. Honorary degrees from Cambridge, the University of Toronto, and the Eastman School of Music have somehow escaped him. But there's still a chance that greatness will be thrust upon me, says this enduring optimist. A man whose potential continues to exceed his actual. Barry lives in Toronto, much pampered in his dreams by his admiring wife and 2 daughters. Oh, and I happen to know he likes cats.